Good afternoon, everybody. This is wonderful, and I want to welcome you to African Nazarene University. It has been a long journey to get to have partners like we have had here today. Many times it has been like a dream, our vision. And the mission of African Nazarene University has been a dream because it is absolutely different from other institutions, visions, and missions in this country, and maybe even in extension within the world. We have chosen the things like a different road to higher education. And then people asked, is it because you drive through the dusty road? Is that why you talk about having a different road? Ours was beyond that. It was beyond the dusty road we traveled. Today we still talk about different road to higher education because we still want to have this difference as we are having here today. I have been challenged by my colleagues when I say that our vision is to have a university which is a light to Africa through higher education. Then they ask me, are you saying that we are still a dark continent? And I tell them, no, you have gotten it all wrong. We are talking about education that depicts what Ralph is talking about, what Kyle is talking about, what Crystal is talking about, what all of us have been talking about here today. That we can light the world through higher education that is spiced by God's grace, that is spiced by servant leadership. It's no use to have education just to hang it on the wall. To also have education. Those days when I studied, I had wonderful missionaries from UK, and they are great people, because without them I would not be standing here. One of them walked 20 kilometers, 20 miles, not kilometers, to come and look for me because I was caged in by my culture. She walked. And the history of that woman who walked for me, actually, she came to my place during the World War II, and one time the boat that she traveled in was torpedoed, and she was the only survivor in that boat. So we have really history to tell. But when all is said and done, I remember in my home science courses, we were taught how to make a starter. We were taught how to make a main dish. We were taught how to make a dessert. Let me tell you that when I go back to my village, I never knew what you do to start and to end with whatever. It took me to go to America to now learn how you really set your table and what you pick up, all these tableware. And then what to pick up next and all that. And it made a lot of sense. Now when I go to to places like Serena or another place, I look at the menu, I know what starter means and what it is supposed to, when it is supposed to be served, and what the main dish is supposed to be, and all the way to the dessert. And I know what constitutes desserts and starters and the appetizers, why you should not eat the dessert before first and then the appetizer later on, because it will mess up your appetite. It is the same thing in Africa, we have taken education, especially higher education, and we have taught our students menus, but we don't know when they go out there how they should set their table to have the best benefit out of what we have taught. And this is why African Nazarene University have this, what you call 3 C's. And one of the 3 C's talked about competence. We must teach the best. We must uphold that. We are not going to be saying, oh, these are Africans, just give them a half of what they need. They cannot, their mind cannot go beyond that. The answer is no. Our mind can comprehend whatever we get. We must set out to teach the best for Africans. The next one is character. Today, we are, especially here in Kenya, if you go all the way from west, really west of us, north of us, all the way to South Africa, to America, you will find Kenyans managing institutions there. That means we have very sharp minds and very good education. However, this character business, where the sharks are eating all the dolphins and not thinking about them. And so, I'm glad today we have talked about sharks and dolphins. We are teaching for us to have character. We want our sharks to know that they are big brothers of dolphins. And to know that God made them sharks so that they can manage the ocean the way God wanted us to manage it. Taking care of each other. Caring for the young ones, the helpless, the poor, the needy. And so our students are taught and comprehend that. And then we go to the community. I think in the past you have heard where higher education, they were usually called ivory tower. And so African Nazarene University is not an ivory tower. We go all the way dealing even with the animals and rural communities. And you cannot expect students to leave university and then go to apply. You must have them have a feel of your mission and vision when they are still there with you. Then, we have had challenges because many a times we have attempted to go into the industry because the industry becomes our laboratory. And industry, they are thinking very much of sharks, not necessarily of these consumers. They are not seeing that when you educate people, you are actually helping your consumption of whatever product you are making. And so they just get concerned with the production of products and who is going to buy them, the poor people. If you empower people, your product will go miles ahead. You don't even need to do advertisement and things like that because they will come and they are empowered and they don't have to steal from you because they know how to do innovation. And therefore we are empowering people physically, emotionally, spiritually, and intellectually, so that they can also become innovators to get you to do more new products that are up to date. So, for us, this is a wonderful thing, because it is helping us to fulfill our vision, our mission, our 3 C's that we talk about: character, competence, and community. Our students are quite innovative. They have done innovation with telephone innovations, and therefore you are in a wonderful community It is like minds like us who will move Africa for sustainable development. It is joining hands, each one of us strengthening each other. Where we are weak, I am strong. And therefore we join and become stronger. Synergy here matters a lot. And this is why we're not going to be fighting, we are going to be partners, we are going to be collaborators, we are going to be strengthening one another. And I am very encouraged. Welcome to African Nazarene University collaboration that makes a difference, that will move Africa, that will come, I hope, 2 years from now, we shall become models for other people on the way forward. God bless you.